What up, though? It's your man's Fresh, back with another episode of These Sports Gurus. Today I'm gonna be talking Pistons basketball. As you can see, I'm feeling real rugged. Got the Dewey on. You know what I'm saying? Piston blue. You know what I'm saying? So, even though I'm a little pissed off, I'm gonna try to keep it calm, cool, and collective on today's show. Um, I had put together a well put together show yesterday for y'all, but I was a little bit under the weather. Today I feel a whole lot better, so I feel like I'm gonna just give y'all today's show. And the Pistons actually played last night, so I got some fresh feelings on how I'm feeling about the direction we heading in as a team. So we played the Utah Jazz last night. Um, I didn't watch the first half of the game. I was I ended up falling asleep. I was watching the Timberwolves game before the Pistons game had came on, and I fell asleep watching Timberwolves playing New Orleans. I actually had tickets to go to the game. For those of y'all who don't know, I recently moved to Minnesota, and my lady, she actually works for the Timberwolves, so I had tickets to go to the game last night to see Zion, but I wasn't feeling too good, so I just didn't go. And I ended up kind of watching the game, and I was supposed to watch the Pistons game. Ended up falling asleep the first half. My girl calling me to pick her up. So I'm trying to watch the Pistons game, watching the Pistons game, watching the rest of the second half. And I basically caught the second half of the game, right? Um, it was an interesting game. It did get competitive. But I'm not gonna lie, I was a little ticked off by towards the end of the game. Um, and I'm gonna tell you why. Um, it was some of the decision making that was going on within the rotations and who was actually playing key minutes during key minutes of the game. And I didn't like what I saw, and I just don't understand it. Like I don't know what type of perspective I'm saying I don't understand it from, because a lot of people who know me within the Piston fan base, like, they know that I I'm my cousin is Jaden Ivey. You know what I'm saying? That's my cousin. Like, we're not close cousins. So when I say that that's my cousin, like, he don't even know me, to be honest. Like, his mom know me. You know what I'm saying? I used to go to her games when I was a kid or whatever like that, right? But we don't really have a relationship like that. But this still little cuz. I've been checking on him, watching him grow and all that, and I'm rooting for him. But at the same time, I'm from Detroit. Like, I've been living in Detroit my whole life. I've been watching Pistons basketball. One of my first favorite players was Grant Hill. I grew up off of Kelly's Keys and George Blaha. You know what I mean? So, and I'm a sports guy. I'm the sports guru. I don't just do basketball. I do football. You know what I mean? I do some other sports. So my perspective on how I feel about it isn't biased. But at the same time, you can say I got a little biased soft spot for little cuz, right? But it's really the Pistons, right? I want to see the Pistons do well. And some of the things that I'm just seeing and the way he's specifically being treated or handled or managed. I'm gonna say managed because treated sound like an emotional description of the situation. I'm just gonna say managed because it's a job. They all doing jobs. They professionals and all that, and I respect that. Everybody's a professional. I'm doing my job. My job is to talk sports. All right. Like, some people be like, why you doing, because I'm in the Lions. I do sports. So I get a lot of comeback from my opinions and stuff like that. People wanna, I'm doing my job. My job is to talk sports. Right? Y'all can y'all can talk smack about my platform and where it's at, as far as I only got this many views or that many views. Listen, bro, I don't care about that, man. Eventually, if I stay true to the craft, the viewership will keep growing and so on. But that ain't what I'm here to do. I'm here to talk sports, bro. And that's my job. I talk sports, bro. And right now, in talking sports and covering the Pistons, because that's what I do, I watch every game. Uh my girl used to work for the Pistons. So I literally got to go to every single game. Cade Cunningham's rookie year, I went to every single game that I wanted to go to. I probably missed like 2 games that year. We stayed right by Little Caesars Arena. We would walk over to the game, and I would go to almost every single game. She stopped working for them the next year, so I didn't go to every single game, but I still watched almost every single game, of course, now because Lil Cuz was on the team. I want to see how he was doing, and I'm still a Pistons fan. I cover the team, um, you know. So I just wanted to get that disclaimer out the way because you know, I don't want to sound biased in how hard and how upset that I am and how this player has been being managed. And I don't know, maybe it's because my vision for what I feel like he could be or what we should be trying to make him is a little off from what everybody else see. And I feel like we don't all share the same visions, and that's cool. But you know, that's what makes me and my point of view and my perspective mine and yours, right? For instance, I'm a Kobe fan. Everybody might not be a Kobe fan. Kobe wasn't everybody cup of tea. Like he wasn't everybody type of cup of tea player. And that's one of the greatest players of all time. But everybody don't like him. Don't like his game. You know? I saw something in Kobe from the very beginning. I just saw it like a dog. And and maybe that's why I'm so sweet on Lil Cuz, because I feel like he got like a dog in him, bro. Like certain players, not all players got a dog in them. Like we got players on our team that have no dog in them. And if you know what I'm talking about, when I say dog, couple of these guys just don't got no dog in them. They gonna never have no dog in them. They gonna always be role players. Even when they get better, they gonna always be role players because only certain players have dog in them, and you gotta have dog to be him. It ain't just being good. You gotta have something else. All right, and it's not just God given because he got the God given talents and skill, but he got a little dog in him. And the numbers is reflecting that, man. And I just don't understand what's going on with Monty Williams. So in last night's game versus Utah, I saw the third quarter. I start checking the box score, watching them, seeing what's going on. You know, we get to the end of the third quarter. All right, we survive. We up like 5, 6, whatever. Woo, woo, woo. You know what I'm saying? I see little cuz get subbed out. You know, we going to the fourth. You know, I'm like, all right, okay, we into the fourth. He came out with the lineup. He trying to win the game. All right, so he came out with Burks. I'm figuring he gonna come back with J.I. You know, sooner or later. Blah blah blah. Game go on. It just keep going on, going on, going on. And he never came back in until like we got in overtime and the game was out of hand. Whatever like that, right? Now when we look at his stats, he had uh what, 11 points. 11 points. Let's see. Oh, he had like 11 points, something like that. He went like 2 for 3. 3. Let me get the numbers up, pull them up so I can be accurate. I don't want to be not accurate. I could have sworn I had these numbers up already. Every time I'm trying to have some numbers up for y'all, I always ain't got the numbers up. I might end up, you know. Every time I'm trying to have some numbers up. Okay, so Wednesday, Pistons actually play again tonight. They play the Warriors tonight, so We're gonna see how they look off of back to back tonight. All right, so when we go look at these numbers, he played 21 minutes. He was 4 of 8 from the field, 50%, 2 for 3 from 3. Had 2 assists, had 2 turnovers, 11 points, and his plus minus was 0. All right. Keep in mind that number plus minus was 0. And within the starting lineup, the plus minus numbers was a minus 13 for Cade, minus 14 for Durham, minus 13 for Livers, minus 5 for Bogdanovich. So shit, literally, the bench probably was the best thing we had going that night. Usually you can't say that, right? Or you know what I'm saying? Knox was a plus 6. Wiseman was a plus 11. Burks was a minus 12. Remember, Monty after the game was saying that he kept Burks in because he had the hot hand on offense. All right, which I ain't gonna say he didn't, but I made a post complaining the other day, just the last game prior to when Burks and Ivy had it going, why he didn't feed them more. He still took Ivy out the game and didn't let him keep cooking. Like, Monty says things, but then he does things that don't match what he says. So it's like I can't even respect the coach on so many levels because it's like he's a liar. I can't trust a dude that's just gonna keep lying to me. You know what I'm saying? Asar Thompson was a plus 6. Killian Hayes was a plus 4. So far as the bench goes, shit, none of those guys was a negative except for Burks. All right, now keep that theme in mind. Livers was a minus 13. Team high was minus 14 during. I ain't even gonna sweat and trip off Durham because I know it probably was the way Monty was staggering these dumbass lineups like he always been doing for the whole course of this season. Like, ever since Monty became the coach, he's been terrible at rotations, terrible at lineups, terrible at he's just a terrible coach. Like, the coach decision making skills is terrible. Like, it's terrible, bro. Terrible. Terrible. So when we look at the minutes, right? Bogdanovich played 42 minutes. Livers played 36 minutes. Isaiah Livers played 36 minutes. He was 4 of 7 from the field, 1 of 4 from 3-point line, right? So he got 4 rebounds, 2 steals. He got 2 steals, 1 turnover, 1 key ass turnover at that. Like a key ass turnover. 10 points. About time, like, dog don't score no points for real. And he had to play 37 minutes to score 10. JD went 6 of 7 from the field, 5 for 5 from the line, 10 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 block. JD had a nice game. So I don't give a fuck what the stats say. JD had a nice game. Lil Cuz 4 for 8, 2 for 3. Oh, we went over his stats. K was 12 for 21, 57% from the field, 3 of 7 from 3, 42%, 4 for 5 from the line, 13 assists, 1 steal, 6 turnovers though. Like, god damn, K. Like, I was just about, K had a dog ass game, 31 points, 13 assists, 5 rebounds. But then you got motherfucking 6 turnovers. 6 turnovers. That's why you a minus 13. You know? Yeah. So then let's go down to Burks. Burks was 9 of 17, 52%, 5 of 9 from 3, 55%. And Got to the line 5 times, went 4 or 5. 27 points, minus 12. All right. I don't know what the coach is doing. Like, I don't know what's his motivation. Like, coming into the season, when you was coming in as Monty Williams, and you knew, like, all right, I'm inheriting this Piston team. What's my goals? What is my main goals for the season? What am I trying to do? Whatever the fuck that was, that's done, bro. Like, whatever your goals was, whatever you wanted to do, whatever you wanted to get accomplished, that's done, bro. You ain't get it done. You ain't getting it done right now. So now you need to go to what's the most important thing for this team going forward. We got Cade Cunningham. That's one. What's the next most important thing for the team going forward? It's finding pieces that we can build and put around him. I don't know why the coach and some of you fans don't see how good of a piece that we have in Jaden Ivey to put around Cade. You see it every time they play a lot of minutes together, good stuff happen. The more and more they play minutes together, good stuff happen. You take him out, you got Cade with 6 turnovers. See, y'all, if you sit up there and be like, well, they both turn it over. Yeah, they do both have problems turning it over, but they both have 2 and 3 apiece versus 6 from 1. And the other still gonna get his 2 regardless. Like Jaden gonna get his 2 turnovers a game regardless. Like, that's the thing about it. Jaden gonna get his 2 to 3 turnovers a game regardless, whether he on the bench, whether he play a lot of minutes or not a lot of minutes. That's just what he gonna do. That's just the learning curve with him trying to grow and become a better player. But he gonna grow. He gonna do some other good stuff too. He gonna get some rebounds. He gonna score a lot of points. He gonna get to the line. He gonna, you feel what I'm saying? He gonna get in the rhythm, establish a rhythm. He gonna start to shoot better. As you can see, he's starting to shoot better at late. Him and Cade got the same 3-point percentage on the season. Believe it or not, I hear the fan base. Some people say he can't shoot. That's a lie. So let's check the numbers, right? Jaden Ivey been starting for the past 8 games, and we got the numbers on the team and how the team been performing, and we could just check the numbers. All right, and we can see it once I get my mic come over here. I mean, not my mic, my mouse. And it's acting a little janky. I don't wanna come over here. All right, here we go. All right, so when we look at the last 8 games, we got some statistics here, and we could pull it up, and we can view them, and we can see minutes per game. Obviously, we know who lead the team in minutes per game, play the most minutes. It's Cade Cunningham, followed by Bogdan. Bojan Bojanovic, not Bogdan. I'm sorry, Bojan. Both of them playing 37 minutes a game over the past 8 games, right? When Isaiah Stewart was here for 3 games of these past 8, he played 33 minutes a game. All right. Jalen Duren, 33 minutes a game. Jaden at 29.6, so 30. So he's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'd say 4th in minutes right now because you got Isaiah Stewart that's not in. I'm not even gonna really count his statistics right now. I will when they favor him, but I won't when they disfavor him. All right, so that's how I do this, just for the purposes of that. Field goal attempts. All right, Jaden third in field goal attempts. Of course, it's Cade and Bogey. Cade at 20 a game. Bogey at 16. That's cool for Cade. I don't like to see him over 20. 20 is good. I would like to see Jaden and Bogey getting the same amount of attempts, right? Field goal percentage. Of course, the big dogs. Outside of the big dogs, we got K. K is shooting 51% over these past 8 games. That's with Ivy starting the past 8 games. All right, that's what these past 8 games is with Ivy starting. He averaging 51% from the field, 29 points a game, 51% from the field. That's next to him. We got Sasser shooting 50%, Knox 48, Jaden at 47 point, Knox 49%, Jaden 47.8, so 49 and 48%. Bojan at 44%, 43.5%. And then we got Alec Burks at almost 40%. Asar almost 39%. Livers 37.5%. Killian Hayes 31.3% over those past games. Joe Harris 0% for the little time he played, even though, I ain't already. All right, 3-pointers. We just gonna go to 3-point percentage. We ain't gonna care who's shooting them. Let's just go straight to percentage. Isaiah Stewart was shooting 75%, even though he only played 3 games. So I'm not really gonna. I just wanted to let you know he shoots 75% over them 3 games. Killian Hayes only played 4 games, 50%. Marcus Astor 50% in 5 games. Jaden played all 8 games. Next at 46.7%. All right. Now a lot of people saying he not out there, we need shooting. I'm seeing people saying that he not out there, we need shooting. In the past 8 games since he's been in the starting lineup, he's shooting 46.7% from 3. All right. That's on almost 4 attempts a game, 3.8. K next, shooting almost 43%, 42.9, 43% from 3 in those 8 games. That's off 5, a little over 5 attempts a game. That's with Jaden. All right? Because if we look at last night's numbers, okay, he did shoot pretty good from the field last night. He was like 40 something. I don't know. I can't remember off top, but he shot good. But anyways, still, it's the Jaden effect. Bojan, 40% as well. You see, so we got three 40% shooters in that lineup. Burks shooting 40% too, 39.1, not 40, but 39.5 for Bogey, 39.1 for Burks. Knox the next with 29.2. So I ain't even gonna say Knox been a solution for us because he not knocking down his threes, and that's at 4 attempts. Then you got Livers. I don't know why coach love Livers bum ass, because you got Livers shooting 25% over the past 6 games, right? but coach love him for some reason. Asar shooting 12.5%, but I can't even really say anything about it because when you only shooting 1 3 a game, it's not really like a real three. When you only shoot 1 3 a game, it's not a real three. It's like you just shooting it. And I guess shooting 1 3, I would say shoot 2 3s. I would say you gotta shoot 2 3s a game if you him. I'm telling the coach, like, yo, I need you to shoot 2 3s a game because I need you to start making one. You know what I mean? Really, you want to tell him I need you to shoot 3 3s a game because I need you to make one. Once you start making 1 out of 3, then we can start building from that. Once you start making 1 out of 3, then you can start taking 4. I need you to take 4 a game. I'm so much better at coaching from the crib than Monty is at all as a coach. All right. So I would be encouraging him to shoot every time he subbed in. I would tell him, like, bro, the first good look at a 3 you get, you gotta shoot it. Period. Like, I don't care if it's make or miss. The first good look you get at a 3, you gotta shoot it. The next time you get a look, you could drive. Period. That's what I tell him, man. Like, come on, man. You gotta learn how to develop your players, bruh. What are you doing, Monty? How you using the SAR is pissing me off too. He plays 17 minutes a game. That's decent. I want to see him get up to at least 20, 25 and start to kick it up to 25. But get him up to 20 a game and put him in there with some good guys. Stop putting him in there with the scrubs and then expecting him to perform well. That doesn't work. All right. I got some ways how you can stagger these lineups too. And I'm going to talk about that. All right. And that's it. You know what I mean? Free throw percentage. Jalen Duren has been shooting 94% from the line since he came back. And that's on 3.5 attempts a game. You gotta get that some love. I've been trying to tell people that I've seen his free throw percentages come around, and I feel like that's a good sign because once you see the free throws come around, that could be a good sign of what his game could grow into in the future. All right, and we did see throughout the summertime he was actually shooting that jumper. I feel like JD be having a lot more that he want to show, but sometimes he be doing a little bit too much in the game. I'd be like, JD, what the fuck? But it's because I feel like he want to show a lot more, and I still be having to remember, like, gosh, he 19, so he still got a lot of growth to go. All right. Alec Burks 92, K 84, Marvin Bagley 75, Bojan 73, Jaden 73, Asar 61, James Wiseman 50%, Joe Harris 50%, Sasser 50%. Isaiah Livers is shooting 40% from the free throw line in the past 6 games. He don't get to the line, but close to one time a game, one attempt. So that's probably like once every 2 games. He ain't even shooting good from the damn free throw line. How is this man playing? Justify it for me. Isaiah Stewart shooting 40% from the line. Killian Hayes shooting 25% from the free throw line. Like, what the fuck is up with that, man? That's on 1 attempt. He ain't really got to the game. That's 4 games. Whatever. Isaiah Stewart don't count because he only played 3 games. Remember that. Rebounds. Let's go to rebounds again. JD only played 5 games, so you know he leading the team in rebounds. Stewart. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm on defensive rebounds. Let me go to total rebounds. JD, 5 games, 14 a game. Stewart next with 8.7 a game. Jayden next. So if Stewart ain't there, Jayden next, 5.5 rebounds. Not only is he having a multiplier effect on the players around him and his game, but he's hustling. He's getting rebounds. He's getting to the rebounds. If you go, I don't want to talk about these offensive rebounds, but if you go look at offensive rebounds, he's number 2 in offensive rebounds for the team over that span. And he has been getting to the loose balls all over the place. Pause. He's been getting to the loose balls all over the place. Pause. So that's just some things you got to pay attention to. Let's go to assists. We got Cade leading the team. Obviously, Cade getting 9 assists a game. So even Cade assist numbers are up. We got the Bogey multiplier effect too. So I'm gonna give Bogey some credit for those assist numbers. Cade shooting up as well. But you got Ivy also with the multiplier effect on Cade as well. You can't stop it. He got a multiplier effect all the way across the lineup for everyone, including himself. He's proven. And all of this is being fourth and fifth in minutes per game, right? Assists per game. Cade with 9. Number 2, Jaden with 4.4, 4.5 a game. Isaiah Stewart next, 4.3. Killian Hayes, 3.3. And the limited amount of time that he's playing, that says something. That says nobody else on the team passes the damn ball. All right. Bogey with 3. Jalen Duren with 2.5. Asar with 1.5, and that's barely playing. That tells you that you don't even got guys that can create shots for others. You only got a handful of guys that can create shots for others. You got 2 guys that really can create shots for others and get their own shot. Why are you not playing the second guy who can do that more? Coach, man, I want to smack you in your bald head, bro. I just want to turn you around and smack you in your bald head, man. What are you doing? What are your assistants doing? What are they good for if they can't tell you, bro? After every game, I would have been telling this dude, like, bro, you don't see this shit? Smack him in his bald ass head. I don't care what's going on at practice. I hear some of y'all be like, we don't know what's going on at practice. Listen, man, I'm on some AI shit with it. Practice? We talking about practice? Not a game, but practice? Scrub ass coaching staff. And when I say nobody passed, I mean like outside of Jalen Duren, Bojan, because he gotta have the ball. I'm just gonna stop picking apart their stats like that, bro. I'm just gonna play the stats off. K Cunningham leading the team in turnovers, and that time span 3.8 a game. You hear Monty keep talking about we gotta stop the turnovers. K leading the team in turnovers. 3.8. Some people think that's good because he got 9 assists a game. So I just feel like don't say that we got to stop the turnovers if it's okay for Cade to turn the ball over because he's the one leading the team in turnovers. All right. Second man is Bojan. Don't say we got to stop the turnovers if it's okay for Bojan to have as many turnovers as he do. Then you got Jaden, 2.4. Killian Hayes, 1.8. So this is the guy that was supposed to be so sure-handed. He barely playing. He playing 13 minutes and he 1.8 compared to the guy that's playing 30 minutes and only turning it over 2.4 times. And I see some of you guys like, oh, he turned the ball. He playing 30 minutes a game, turning it over 2.5 times. Stop with the narratives, man. I'm tired of y'all. This is to dismiss all the Jaden Ivey narratives, man. And more importantly, what y'all need to focus on, because this ain't even about me really focusing on him. It's about how he is better for the team. Do y'all care about the team? Because I feel like some of y'all don't really care about the Pistons really being successful, dog. Y'all just want it to be what y'all want it to be. Y'all like Monty, bro. Y'all hard-headed like Monty. I wish y'all was bald too so I could smack y'all in y'all bald ass head. What the fuck? Shit is terrible. James Wiseman, 1.4 a game. He barely fucking played. He turned that bitch over 2. Isaiah Livers, 1 a game. He so in love with Livers, he turned that bitch over 2. Fuck out of here. Steals, K leading the league, leading the team in steals, 1.4. Jaden Ivey, 0.9. He's second. Killian, 0.8. Alec Burks, 0.6. All right, let's go to the blocks. Blocks. Ashar Thompson with 0.8 in the little minutes he playing, he at the top of the team in blocks. But you also know who tied with him with 0.8? No, it's not Durr. You know who it is? It's Lil Cuz, man. What the fuck is wrong with y'all, dog? Y'all talk about he don't play defense. He done start playing D and still don't get respect for that. Like, coach don't respect it. None of that. Like, he done start playing D. He really have. He get a block a game. He stay getting a block. Like a nice block too, not like, damn, oh, he's just gotta, like, he's starting to get some nice blocks. Like, throwing a couple people shit. Like, damn, he throwing niggas shit. Like, throwing a ball down. Like, it's a difference between a block. Like, you tipped it. That's a tip. I'm talking about I jumped up and I served your shit like a volleyball block. Yeah, he been having them. Now, let's get to the plus minus numbers, man. The team been a -8 overall in that time span. So when you got a team that's a -8 overall in that time span, that means that you take everything and you measure it up against the -8, because that means the team was -8 versus everybody else they played. So everybody else got a minus the 8 off of whatever they shit is. They almost get like a +8. Everybody kind of get graded on the curve, sort of, right? And you can start to see who really is the one that was really sucking like that, considering that was a -8, right? Because that's the even point. That's what get them back to 0. Like, that's the handicap to get back to 0. If that makes sense for those who don't understand how to break down stats and break down plus minus numbers, right? Like, plus minus numbers are fickle. And this is the reason why I just said you got to get to that break even point before you can even begin to even measure the plus minus numbers, right? That's one point. That's one factor in measuring plus minus numbers. Then the second factor is that it doesn't necessarily tell you how good a player played. It just tells you how good the team played while this player was on the court. That's what it tells you. It doesn't tell you how good a player played. It tells you how well the team played in terms of scoring, net scoring, while that player was on the court. All right. So keep in mind the handicap is 8 because the whole team was at a -8 for those 8 games. Obviously, you can't, for this one, you can't even give Stewart the love that he's showing on his plus minus number because he wasn't there for the whole totality of the 8 games. So his -8 don't really factor off. I can't even give him a +8 on it. At most, I could just read Stewart's and say he had a 7.3 on his 3 games. I can't give him nothing, can't move it. Just say he had a 7.3 in his 3 games. So that's what Stewart showed. And I'm not a big Stewart fan, but his plus minus numbers show that when he's on the court, in those 3 games that we played, he was decent. So as much as I feel like anybody will tell you, I'm big time anti-Stewart. We need to get him out of here. He in a way. His plus minus numbers showed that for those 3 games, he wasn't the problem. I can't say that he was the problem. And I have got to the point where I can see a role for Stewart on his team. He just can't be a starting 4, right? He should be a backup 5. And when I talk to y'all about how we should start staggering these lineups, it'll be a little bit better and we can keep it going. All right. Because at this point in the season, it ain't about wins no more. I feel like Monty trying to prove some bullshit to get a fucking win or some shit. Bruh, you 3 and 30. Don't nobody give a fuck about your wins right now, bro. You need to be thinking about what's best for the future of this team. I don't know. Now, if y'all trying to showcase some of these guys and get them traded, then that's fine. But if you're not trying to trade any of these guys, then you need to start thinking about what's beneficial for the team going forward. So, back to these plus minus numbers. That was Stewart with a 7.3. Next up is Jaden in 8 games. I gotta say how many games these guys playing because some of these guys get DNP, some of these guys have been injured. So I gotta say how many games they've been played. 8 is the past games amount that we measuring, so it's going to be the totality. So I got to say that out of 8 games, Jaden is at a positive 0.4. All right, he's at a net 0.4. If we factor in the handicap, that would give him a positive 8.4. All right. But if we don't factor it in, he's still the only player that done played all 8 games that has a positive net number. It's only a half a point, but it's still something significant, right? Next, we got Knox with a minus 1.8 in 6 games. He didn't play all 8. We got Killian, who got a 1.8 in 4 games, didn't play all 8. Joe Harris didn't play. I'm just going to go to somebody who played all 8. All right. The first guy who played all 8 games is Cade. Next with a negative 3.8. All right. So if I give him his handicap, he a positive 5, a 4.2 or something like that. All right. Bogdanovic minus 4.5. Wiseman minus 4.7. Asar minus 5.6. Livers minus 7.8. Burks minus 11.3. So out of all the players, we've been performing the worst when Burks is on the floor. We've been getting our head beat in. Even when I give him, he's the only player that when I give him his handicap in the past 8 games, that he don't go out to a positive. He's the only player on our roster. The only. Not even Asar. When I give him his 8, he stay in the negative. He goes in the positive. If I give him his 8, he played all 8 games as well. It's just something to think about, man. Those plus minus numbers just kind of let you know what you've been getting from your rotations, what you've been getting from the guys you've been putting out there. Not only did I give you the plus minus number, I gave you the field goal percentages, I gave you the 3-point percentages, I gave you the turnovers. I went through every metric over these past 8 games where Lil Cuz has been in the starting lineup and the difference that it has made. Monty Williams, why aren't you playing this kid more? I heard you say last night Burks had the hot hand. I went through the box numbers last night, man. Yeah, he had the high hand, bro, but you let us get shot out the game. Like, we got shot out the fucking game, coach. Through the high hand. Shot us out the fucking game, man. All right, man. That's where we at. Now, before I hang it up and wrap it up on Pistons basketball for the day, I just want y'all to give y'all my thoughts about what we should be doing going forward. I had said this on my yesterday show that I won't end up uploading, but we need to start shortening up this rotation. We need to start focusing on player development. Specifically, we need to start getting Asar Thompson and Marcus Sasser some minutes. We need to get Isaiah Stewart, even when he returned, we need to get him up out that 4 spot. Don't ever, 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 ever put him back as a starting 4 again next to Dern. Ever. Jaden minutes need to go up, man. He need to be playing 36 minutes a game. There's no reason why when we go look at these minutes, man, we see K playing 38 minutes and Bojan Bogdanovic playing 37.6 minutes. There's no reason why the 40, I don't know how old Bogey is, man. He old as hell. There's no reason why he playing that many minutes. And then you got your last year top 5 draft pick playing 29 minutes a game. He played more minutes than that his rookie year, man. Let dog off the leash, man. Let him off the leash, man. Let your dogs off the leash. All right, so here's how we should be playing these lineups, man. We should be going Cade, Ivy, Bogey. Pick your poison between Livers and Knox. I say Knox, man, because Livers ain't shit to me, man. He's trash. All right, he's trash. Knox. Dern. All right. When you want to play Asar, you bring Asar in and you bring Stewart. You bring Stewart in so you still can space the floor. You run a pick and roll through Asar as the pick man, and he can roll and have some options there, man. That's how you do that. K or Ivy, neither one of us should never leave the floor. Never, ever. At no point in the game should you be in the game without either one of those two guys in the game. It's not Bogey, bro. It's not Bogey. It's K or Ivy. It's not Cade or Bogey. It's K or Ivy. Get it understood, coach. All right? And no point in the game. And if you do take a chance and have both of them out of there, you have Bojan and Duran in the game at the same time. All right, coach, that's how you stagger that. All right, so you stagger that like that, right? But I would never do that. I would keep one of those two out there at the same time. They backup guards. It's Sasser and Burks. Killy, I'm sorry, bro. DNP him. DNP him. DNP him. DNP him. Forget what you thought about him. Forget your idea that, oh, man, at practice, I don't care what he doing at practice. DNP him. You stagger Sasser with Cade so he not in there getting beat up without some protection, right? You got a big body guard and he can figure his way out. He got to learn how to play defense because Sasser be getting picked on defense, right? For as much as people think he got defense. They get the preferred matchup on him. Somebody, big man, catch him and score on him all the time. All right? So he got to learn how to deal with that. You stagger Burks with Ivy. All right, that's how you do that. Stagger Burks with Ivy. I like the way Burks play actually with Ivy because he don't treat him like he a vet that don't treat him like man, hell no. Burks treat him like shit, young nigga, you got all this energy. I can see it when they play together. He don't mind letting them push the rock. He don't mind. He'd tell him like, hey, come get it. Cause he don't mind it. Whereas Bogey be trying to nah, you don't know what to do with this with little cuz. Like, so yeah, I'd rather see Burks in there with Ivy and let them two play sit Bojan ass down. When you sitting Bojan, that's when you play Burks and Ivy together. All right. Period. Simple as that. Bojan, you let him play, man. You want to let him play like this? He don't want to come out the game. Let his ass fucking play. When you want to sub, that's when you sub Livers bum ass in. That's who you sub in for Bogey. Livers bum ass. That's who he play for. Period. When you want to sub for your 4, that's Knox. That's when you sub Asar in. All right. When you sub Asar in, naturally, that's when you're gonna take Stewart in for Dern. Checkmate. Just like that. Bagley is your third center. Bagley play when Dern is in foul trouble, when Stewart is in foul trouble. That's when Bagley play. When Dern is in foul trouble, Stewart is in foul trouble. They go in there, they get 2 quick ones, you throw Bagley in there. If the second unit in there, or your unit in there with Asar and Stewart, you throw Bagley in there. Period. That's what you do. Stewart get in foul trouble. Cause Stewart wild as hell sometimes, but then he could play defense without feeling like, hey, I ain't gotta hold nothing back. Cause if I get 2, I got a guy that's coming in for me. That's what you bring Bagley in at. Or Wiseman. But I prefer Bagley because Wiseman just It's pick your poison, man. Get Pick your poison. I like Bagley though. I like Bagley for Durham. I feel like Wiseman offer good size, right? But I like Bagley over Wiseman. I just do. Um, and then make it to the offseason, man. Replace these guys, bro. Get these guys up out of here. Figure out a way to get off of. I wouldn't even say you gotta get off of Stewart, man. That's a perfect backup five, but we gotta get a forward in here to go forward. That's gonna be the thing of any type of thing we doing trade wise, any type of thing we doing draft wise. We gotta get a forward to go forward. Off season wise, free agency wise, get it forward to go forward. But Monty Williams, man, get it through your bald ass head that Jaden Ivey makes this team much better. He's pretty much looking like the engine that go. Y'all calling Isaiah Stewart the heart and soul, but these numbers show you that the heart and soul is looking like Ivy, dog. Like, dispute me. Somebody come back and dispute me, man. Let me know what y'all think about what I said, bro, because these numbers is not telling no fucking lies, man. I mean, of course, this is an 8-game stretch, but this is the best 8-game stretch that I can measure this team on what I feel like it has the potential to be, because this is the 8 games finally where one of our better players is in the starting lineup and playing 30 minutes a game. I feel like he need more minutes, man. He should be playing 3/4 of the fucking game. 36 minutes, nothing less. That's what you do when you a dog. 36 minutes, nothing less. Tell me what y'all think about it. Um, yeah, that's what I got. It's fresh. I'm out.